Once poised to be a buddy cop film in game form, Neversoft's Apocalypse would morph into the Bruce Willis-fronted action game, coming from a developer in dire straits after a series of unfortunate events and a publisher needing something salvaged from an expensive, tumultuous creation process that too threatened their stability in the gaming industry. The results would finally bear fruit in 1998, mere months before Neversoft would break out with the vaunted Pro Skater series. Apocalypse turns in a decent effort, which while lacking much in the way of subtlety or variety, makes up for it with cheesy action and plenty of explosions, kind of like a decent Bruce Willis flick.
There was a time when science was my religion. Now religion has become my science.
As the evil Reverend conjures 4 horsemen of the apocalypse to expedite a prophesized end of this world, the only man who can stop him is his former colleague, Trey Kincaid, voiced by Willis, who is confined in prison and must bust out. What follows is 11 levels of carnage and explosions, with brief narrative moments told through peculiar FMVs. As you guide Kincaid through a litany of shootouts, the 3D action sees you navigating through mostly propulsive design rather than fully open levels, somewhat echoing a rail shooter. The 4 face buttons fire your guns in directions, with pressing multiple buttons slightly angling your aim. While the constantly shifting perspective, controls, and speedy action take some getting used to, there's something blood pumping about blasting your way through, turning foes to viscera along the way, at breakneck speed. Perhaps to fuel this, Kincaid always comes equipped with an infinite ammo assault rifle, but you can acquire power-ups along the way. These include rocket launchers, laser beams, and grenade launchers, as well as screen-clearing bombs. You can freely switch between picked-up items, letting you store these for bigger confrontations, including the game's bosses. Running the gambit from oversized crocodiles to the aforementioned members of the 4 Horsemen, these test your metal and dodging skills, with some neat variants, including a standard boss which transforms into a tense running game. While death sends you back to previous checkpoints, a live system allows you to keep playing for a little while, with extra credits available in the level. Apocalypse's swarms can be overwhelming, and death is inevitable, but it's not as bad as pure shmups like R-Type Delta. You can blast through Apocalypse in a little under 10 hours, and this is perhaps the game's Achilles heel. While it likely would have lost luster with too many more levels, a lack of unlockables such as extra challenges or even costumes leave you wanting more. There are 3 difficulties available, as well as end-level scores which count to your percentage of kills, but these seemingly do not reward any extras. It's a shame, because with some options outside of cheat codes, it could have lasted a touch longer. Apocalypse is explosive, and luckily the visuals mostly hold up their end of the bargain. A constant barrage of booms tax the system, destructive objects light up the screen, and enemies dismember at times with gory abandon. But these can all come with a price, as the game often suffers from mild to noticeable slowdown. The mocap and animation from Bruce Willis is easily the highlight of the game. The sound is potent, with the barrage of ear-ringing drum fire proving fitting for the action-focused game. The voice clips start off cool, with Willis reading off zingers without breaking a sweat, but sadly the low amount of recorded lines can lead to repetition, and this same courtesy extends to the enemies you kill. The music is sometimes hard to make out, what with all the carnage going on, but there are a few cool moments of licensed tracks playing on billboards around a city street. Apocalypse is not the most sophisticated game out there, but what it does offer is no frills action for a few hours, which give it a cheap play appeal. You can imagine those paying full price at the time may be coming away disappointed, but the lo-fi structure and focus on destruction give it a pick up and play appeal. Couple that with the cheesy charm of the loose story, plenty of one-liners from Willis, and a touch of demonic death, and it's one with a ton of doltish appeal. It won't replace the likes of Siphon Filter in your collection, but for a weekend, it will prove entertaining enough, like renting Die Hard another time.
Go forth, my horsemen! Justice